Love has never been blind. It's the people who are blind to basics of life. So you cannot just feed on love and assume that that love would make you surmount the challenges of marriage. Kitambo, people used to say that marriage is a bed of roses. Actually it is. Because any rose that is worth its name must have the petals and the thorns. And the petals are the sweetness of the marriage. But now the thorns must be there. So your work when you love somebody is how to maneuver the thorns to enjoy the beauty of the petals. Love doesn't pay bills. You get an awakening call. Because when you wake up in the morning, unajua so umekuja na kademu vizuri, mumekaa, you have had fun. Then you wake up in the morning, she needs to take breakfast. Uwezi sema mapenzi inatosha. You cannot put her on your lap and say, just feel my love.
I love you. Hello guys. Welcome back to Speaker's Corner podcast. Of course, this is the only place where we don't judge or limit your opinions. And yes, of course, time after time we bring topics, or you bring topics to us, and then we discuss it with without being judgmental in any way or disregarding anyone's opinion. And of course, as you can see, I have our beautiful guest over there. Hello.
Hi.
Kindly introduce yourself first.
Maybe for those who have been following this channel, maybe I don't need the introduction, but for in the best interest of the new ones, my name is Nekesa Muramara. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. We are also glad to hosting you once again in Speaker's Corner podcast.
Thank you.
So today, I've been having this conflict idea or these controversial statements from some of my friends who are at age of getting married, and this one has been standing out. They have been wanting to know if indeed love should be the basis of marriage, or marriage needs something else beyond love. Yeah, that's what I want to discuss first. And I think first and foremost we should just start with how it sounds, or just how it is. Should love be the basis of marriage?
Maybe the place to start. Can you first find out what is love?
Yes, love, of course, it is strong feelings or emotions towards something.
Yes. It is an intense feeling of passion, and also like you love somebody. And then also a deep interest in something, like love of football. It's also love. And we have different types of love, because love is diverse. Like for example, we have agape
love, of course.
You have had people talking about agape in action. I've seen a school called agape in action, meaning love in action. Then we have got sexual attraction, love that gives birth to sexual attraction. That is also love on itself. Then we have the issue of family love, where love between family members, and that is where you find the filial love. Filial love is the love of a child towards a parent. So that is also love in itself. Then we have got love for self. You can also have
you love yourself.
Then we have we have something called mania. You know, mania is also love. Obsession. We used to have a group of singers called the kleptomaniacs.
The kinanyashiski,
we have people who call them. We have people calling Railamania. We have Railamania and Railaphobia. So meaning we have got love for Raila and hate for Raila in equal measures. So I think love is diverse. But if we zero down to what we are talking about, I think we want to look at love between people who are sexually attracted to each other. So you know, Dan, love is very
diverse.
Not even diverse. It's tricky.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people think they have love for each other when actually what they have is lust. And in most cases, lust and what we can call infatuation.
Yeah.
You know, you get infatuated with somebody to the point that you really think, yani bila huyu jamaa mimi siwezi ishi. Nama bila
huyu.
Afadhali yani yeye akikufa wananizika mimi. I think you have had something like that.
Yeah.
But love is just love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love is just love.
Yeah.
And back again. Should it be the basis of marriage, of people getting married, according to you?
You know, love, even before we talk of love, I think first it should be friendship. You know, before you fall in love, you must be friends. You know, once you have become friends, you know it is very easy to fall in love. Than to start with love and become friends. It's very tricky. Because you know, when you start with the friendship and become to love, you know, even if love fades, the friendship will remain. I think you have seen some people, they were lovers. Then they fell apart, but they are very good friends. But there is no way you can start being lovers, then you break and become friends. You, in fact, will become sworn enemies. I have also read diversely where they state that people never fall out of love. So when you love somebody, it means there is love. But you know, people use convenience to think that is love. For example, like hii mapenzi ya wababas na wamamas, there could be love, but most of the time I look at it as unions of convenience. Unaona msichana ameenda college, amefika mahali amelemewa, hana rent, babas comes around, provides the basics. You know, what is connecting them is not love. What is connecting them is convenience. Once this lady finishes college and gets employed, and now she can take care of her bills, unajua the need for this mbaba is gone.
Of course, she will outgrow
the purpose has been served. So yes, I agree that love should be a basis for marriage. Though when you go back to our forefathers, their marriages were never based on love. Love ilikuwa inawapata huko mbele. But they were just getting married because ndoa tu wanaingia kwa ndoa, mapenzi itawapata. But it's this new generation mahali tunasema kama hakuna mapenzi hatuwezi kaa. So it also depends with what you want to grow out of it. But I can say it can be both.
It can be both.
Yes.
Convenience and love.
Not or convenience. Okay, yes, it can be convenience that later on, you know, like for example, you can get somebody ufikirie, like you can have interest. Maybe what is your interest in the first place?
Interest.
Maybe sport. What is your best sport?
Football.
Na maybe wewe ni mtu wa Man City. Sasa unaenda kuwatch Man City na you find a girl pia ako hapo kwa Man City. Muna watch ball mara mbili mara tatu, unaona sasa huyu, and then wakati mnamaliza mnachambua, mnakuwa na hiyo postmortem ya mpira. Sasa after that unasema huyu this one
huyu tumeclick.
Then you know mnaanza kudate. You know what started with a passion, baadaye mobilized into love. Nina grow na mnakuwa tu. Sasa baadaye tu ndio mtakuwa mnaambia wajukuu wenu sisi tulikutana kwa mpira. So it can be both.
It can be both. But you know, again, there are those people who say love is not enough. Because as much as we might be loving each other, we are so much into each other. But again, there's this issue of maybe finances, especially with the current situation of economy. Yes, we are in love. We have decided that we are going to get married. But again, tukishafika kwa nyumba kuna kwa na hizo challenges sasa za expenses na nini. And una find out sometimes so your union in a fall apart.
You know love, the way that actually love on itself, I can only say is like in a marriage, love is like an icing on the cake.
On the cake,
But first you must have the cake. The foundation must first you have built it on friendship. But then again, you look like when you realize that love doesn't pay bills.
Yes.
You get an awakening call. Because when you wake up in the morning, unajua so umekuja na kadem vizuri, mumeka, you have had fun. Then you wake up in the morning, she needs to take breakfast.
Yeah.
Uwezi sema mapenzi inatosha. You cannot put her on your lap and say, just feel my love.
I love you.
So that one can't work out. And that is why unasikia wanasema love is blind. Love has never been blind. It's the people who are blind to basics of life. So you cannot just feed on love and assume that that love would make you surmount the challenges of marriage. Kitambo, people used to say that marriage is a bed of roses. Actually it is. Because any rose that is worth its name must have the petals and the thorns. And the petals are the sweetness of the marriage. But now the thorns must be there. So your work when you love somebody is how to maneuver the thorns to enjoy the beauty of the petals. So marriage, love alone, it can only make it easy to deal with the things, because when you love each other, muta find solutions pamoja. For example, tuseme, you know, let us say, for example, kuna watu, I will give a very basic example. Msichana wa kazi ameandika kwa nyumba, and then kuna mtu wa mkono nje, shamba boy. I'm giving you the most basic, kwa sababu hao watu wanaishi pamoja, mara moja huyu akitoka shamba huyu ampe chakula. Urafiki kwanza ina grow. Hebu niitie fulani anipe kitu fulani nini, ni wakimaliza kazi wanakaa chini wanapiga story. Unajua mapenzi inaanza kuingia kwa sababu wana spend a lot of time together. Sasa wakishafika pamoja, wanafika mahali tunakaa hapa, tunaweza uliza mdosi, sisi tumependana, hii nyumba yenye nakaa tunaweza kaa pamoja, wewe endelee kufanya kazi na mimi niendelee kufanya kazi. So wakishafika hapo, now to see mature love, the stupid ones will wataelope usiku. Watagoja usiku, watu wamelala, huyu aseme ufunga mlango, weke funguo hapo, wacha tuende. They think that love it was sustained. But the clever ones, what they would do, wataambiana, waambie mdosi, sisi tumependana but we are ready to continue the work. So huyu ataamuka aende kwa kahawa kulima, na the lady amukie tu apike deki kwa nyumba tu. So that one, their love is giving them what we call they are using their love, but still they are supporting it. So that it can be able to grow and mature into something more beautiful. So love alone cannot withstand the test of time.
Cannot.
No, cannot.
And so again, you are now willing to kurudi nyuma na kuniambia, so in fact love should not be the basis or the primary reason for people to get married. Because again, the reason why I'm trying to say this is because yes, you've said tunahitaji something to complement the love.
Yes.
Oh my God. And this nadhani with the current time, unajua wangu wanasema watu wenye wako European countries maybe wako ahead of us and everything. And so I was just watching this video on TikTok where there is this girl who was asking her mom the reason why she got married
to the
father. And this mom alimwambia tu plain and white, akimwambia, I got married to your father not because I loved him, but because miaka yangu niliona nazeeka and I need a child. And so I'm just trying now, unaona, now for them it was convenience. And luckily hiyo convenience ime survive maybe hata chenye love inge survive. Because again, maybe when you come with convenience, ikiwa with convenience, kuna kwa na hiyo discussions ya boundaries pia, unajua. And you know, sometimes by the way with love unapata mtu anataka ku cross boundaries, na ukiweka hizo boundaries mtu mwingine ana feel offended. Kama ananipenda kwa nini? But you see, when we come together na convenience, takwambia mimi spend hii na hii na hii na hii, wewe uniambie upendi hii na hii, and kuna kwa nayo boundaries zenye we cannot cross.
Now I want us to look at that case you have given in two phases. Convenience. You know, kuna yule ana feel time inaisha, I need to get a baby. Anaingia kwa hiyo relationship purposely to get a baby. Akipata baby anajitoa. Because yeye maybe akona kazi amenini, but the only thing she wants from that relationship is the baby.
The baby.
That is also convenience.
Yeah.
Need basis.
Yeah.
Yeye akipata mtoto, yani hata hataki the presence of the father in the life of this child.
Yeah.
Yani ataka tu mtoto. That is one scenario. The second one is anaona time inaisha, si tu hata anataka mtoto. Anataka mtoto na anataka kusettle down. So the need yenye nampeleka is the biological clock.
Yeah.
But the biological clock pia inampush a settle down.
Yeah.
So you know those are two different cases.
Yeah.
And you know people are entering into this relationship diversely.
Yeah.
Nakumbuka when we during siku za baba zetu mama zetu, people never used to court. They used to wanatuma wanaona boma ya fulani kuna kijana mzuri, sasa kama wewe wanaenda wanaona kwa huyu mzee kuna kijana mzuri, alafu in fact most mothers wanaongea tu, naona tu wanaanza kuitana like unaona akitaka kitu anatuma niitie msichana wangu ni mtume but anataka kuwaleta close
Yeah.
hivyo tu, then they prepare for a marriage na wanaishi, but as they live together they also find common things that bring them together. And at the end of the day you see like watu wanapendana hata waachaningi. But you see initially there was no love.
Yeah.
It was just a planned arrangement.
Yeah.
You have also seen these business people. Maybe fulani anataka, especially politicians, they want to tap into the political of that family. So they organize their children to get married.
Yeah,
You have seen a lot of that.
I've seen, yeah.
Or maybe wanasema wanajua huyu mtoto wetu akioleka hapa hizo kura tumezishika. Ama hizo biashara tukishikanisha na hizi we shall do great.
Yeah.
So to me I look at it at wanatumia watoto kama tools to achieve their end result.
Yeah.
But you have seen such marriages also survive, but there is a very big risk. Especially when love doesn't, you know, sometimes you can expect love to grow and then it doesn't.
Yeah.
So unajua kuna ile mtapata mapenzi mbele lakini ikatae. Mkijaribu mtu tu anaenda east, huyu anaenda west. Wakijaribu huyu anaenda east, huyu anaenda west.
And again, too on the same note, unajua I've been thinking,
yes,
na nime realize ni kama love is something very broad, that it needs a lot of stuff. Yani in fact if you ask me, yes, I haven't been married before, but I think it requires a lot for you to get into marriage, because I'm also thinking about health issues or health factors. You know, sometimes you can love someone, but maybe this person, I'm sorry to say this, but maybe she is sickle-celled. And again, you see, you have to look it in a wider picture or broader picture, because again, you have to kuangalia pia future ya watoto wako na huyo mtu. Because naona risk ya maybe if you just love someone, yes, and just like I've said, maybe the partner ama mtu nimependa she's sickle-celled. You see, again, I'm risking nini ya mtoto wangu maybe kukua hizo career au kukua na certain traits which maybe again siwezi nikapenda. Unajua wakati tumekuwa tunasoma, it's even with nature. Sijui ni mnyama gani, even the lion ama sijui nini pia nayo, let me use the kangaroos. I'm told the male kangaroos ama the female pia, for them to mate they have to look the one with yenye kuna more muscular ama yenye ina flex muscles zake vizuri. Umeona? So
that is the animal kingdom.
The animal kingdom. I want to believe it is also the same thing with human beings. Pia tunataka kumari kwa boma zenye ziko vizuri, na pia with that pia genes zenye ni mzuri in terms of intelligence ama pia na
but nayo pia that can also work in the reverse.
Yeah.
You know, the human mind is known to pivot towards the vulnerable and the weak in society. Do you know even that wickedness of a person could be what is making you to love that person?
Yeah, of course, I know.
So love is and you know love is not a word.
But love, yes, I know a word.
For example, I don't
want us to talk about love. You see, I don't want us to talk about love. I want us to talk about
realities of life.
Yes, and marriage.
And Dan, do you know there are people who are married to people with chronic ailments?
Yes.
And they are very comfortable. In fact, even their families, like, you know, sana vierere zinatokanga kwa wazazi. Sema, huyu anasumbua mtoto wangu anashinda, especially vile wamesema wale watu sickle cell. Watu wa sickle cell, most of the time they are very weak. Most of the time they need a lot of care and a lot of, lakini unaona tu mwanamume amejitolea. Yeye tu anajua bibi yangu hata aziguze maji ama oshe nini, yeye maybe anaenda kazi, anaenda, anakuja, ana make sure bibi anakaa, yeye tu ni kumpatia company. And you know when you talk about unaangalia utaki watoto wako wakuwe na those genes, you are forgetting pia ni watoto wake. So you cannot start talking about watoto wako without this person in between.
Yes, of course.
So za zingine mimi ninaona ni kama, for example, you have heard about discordant couples. People who are living with HIV, one is HIV positive, another one is HIV negative. And there are a couple. Can you imagine the courage of such couples?
Yes.
Now, now that is now where love, they say love is tested. Because ikikuwa convenience,
hapo huwezi survive. Hapo unatoka mbio mbaya sana.
Then look at it like this, wewe tu umeenda, hata people are cancelled. Umeenda tu. That is why siku hizi I think it's mandatory. Watu wakienda kuoana lazima mfanye HIV test. I think it's part of it's a procedure, it's a formality. Sasa mkienda mnatestiwa, mnaletea pastor hiyo report, hizo results. Then it turns out maybe you done and let us say you have gene. Then it turns out gene is positive, you are negative. Then your parents are told gene is positive, Dan is nini, but they are going to get married. Most of the people, in fact, watu wengi wanaachanianga pale kwa testing center. Because
Jen tamwambia tu
but you look at it like this, maybe mumeoleka, muko tu sawa. Mumeenda testing tu, hiyo muko negative, mumeanza familia, maybe hata mumezaa watoto mmoja wawili. Then you go to test and you find that one of you is positive. You know, usually inaonyesha tu, of course one of you was unfaithful at a particular, especially kama you were tested at the beginning. You know, kitambo watu walikuwa najificha kwamba watestiwi, so mkijua inakuwa guesswork. Sasa huwezi jua
mnaishi tu na faith.
Because hata ukienda huwa unaambiwa don't ask mahali ilitoka, what is important is from now. So asking ni nani alikuja nayo, na unajua kuna mtu atakuwa open kusema ni mimi, ataki blame. But hapa mmetestiwa, yuko sawa, mmepata watoto, then it turns out Jen finds, especially, and you know, in most discordant couples, research has shown that out of 10 discordant couples, 7 are women. Yani out of those in these couples, wale wanapatikana kwa positive are women. I think because of their biological setup, it is easy for them to get infected. Now, you find Jen ametani positive. Muko na watoto, muko na ndoa, you have invested together. You have professed love, unamwambia Jen, and kwa ndoa mumeenda kumesema, in health and in sickness.
Umeapa.
Hapo umeapa na umeinua Biblia umesema in health
and in sickness.
Now the sickness has come.
Because tupo tunamaanisha hii sickness.
Ndio kuna mtu mwingine anasema, alikuwa pastor anasema, sema in riches and in poverty. Msichana anasema in riches and riches. Yani hataki, so it has come done. Now that is where love, that is why love is not a word. How are you going to handle this? And there are so many discordant couples around. Na wanajua tu hata yeye ikifika jioni ana make sure mama amemeza dawa, ama kama ni baba amemeza dawa, ana health ako sawa. Because it also needs internal acceptance. That is how you can test love. Buradan, it is very easy, you can easily kill somebody. Or you can, yani unaweza imagine, yani hata huyu mama kumbe alitaka kuniua. Because kwa nini hakusema? And you know the worst thing happens, unaweza find kumbe huyu mwanamume kumbe alijua kitambo na amekuwa na meza dawa. Na hajakwambia. Unaona sasa? But that is why nakwambia love inakuwa tested. There are so many, it's not even just sickness. Unaoleka kwa mtu ako socially ameclimb so far. Something just happens na huyo mtu ana calm down. Cannot even provide for the family. As a person, are you willing to go down come out from your high horses, do anything to preserve the sanctity of the marriage. Ama mtu tu alikuwa anatembea tu hivi anapata accident anakuwa crippled. Ama mgonjwa sahi kuna stroke, mtu tu alikuwa anatembea anaanguka amepata stroke, for the rest of their life you have to they are incontinent, they have to put on diapers, you have to feed them, those are what tests love. If there is no love, it can't survive. So I can also say love is a very instrumental element of a marriage. Unless you just want marriage for, we have got what we call social marriages. You are getting married for the society. Umesikia kuna zile marriage watu nje wako tu sawa, but ndani unajua kila mtu wako kwa bedroom yake. But sasa how it's a social marriage. Wakitoka ukifika hapo tu nje unamwambia ajeni tunachelewa, akiingia unamfungulia mlango anaingia unafunga una nini akishuka. Yani huko nje mtu anasema yani nikipata tu bwana kama dari. Watu wanaombanga Mungu gani? Alafu yeye anasema tu ni God. Ni God. Lakini sasa huyo God akifika kwa mlango mambo inakuwa tofauti. So there are so many challenges in marriages that sometimes we don't get to know.
And that's why I think before getting into marriage, kwanza tunafaa tuweke love kando. As much as just like you said, tunaweza tukaanza kama friendship na nini, but na feel ni kama before sasa to clock into ambiane now we are getting into this, we commit ourselves. Nadhani kuna hizo factors.
So many factors.
Yeah, especially hata tutabia za mtu. Respect, because again mimi I'm so big on stuff to do with respect. Unaona?
Mtu anakuputi down amwezi songa.
Yes, and I'm glad hata tukianza ulisema love is not blind.
No, watu ndio blind. People are blind.
Yeah, because some people will tell you no, hiyo tabia ninaweza nikaivumilia and nini. So personally I think love shouldn't be primary factor.
It is very important, but it's not a standalone factor when you are talking of marriage. Because marriage is an institution that have that sense of permanency. It's only that nowadays marriages unaona marriage siku hizi ni kama unasikia mtu mnakutana leo ako ameoleka, mkikutana next week ama next month ako single. But you never used to hear about those during when we were growing up. And it doesn't mean that our parents weren't going through challenges.
They
were going through a lot of challenges. You can imagine a situation where a man amekuoa, then ameenda ahead and ameoa another 10 wives. That is a polygamous setup. Maybe huyu mwanamume kabla akuje kwako, maybe alikuwa kwako January, maybe atarudi in August. Na unaona the main reason you are going to get married to that man is because of the sexual obligations. It's a need. It's a need in a marriage. Now kama ni hiyo tu imekupeleka unaona sasa huta manage.
You won't.
Because utapiga diary yake uone ucalculate. Kama amesema anakaa kwa mtu maybe 2 or 3 months, 3 weeks. Ucalculate hizo 3 weeks. Atafika kwako lini. So kama ni hiyo tu sex ndiye ilikupeleka unaona hawezi hautaka. But there must be something else. There must be love. And that is why unaona ndio nilianza kukuambia unaona kama wazazi wetu walikuwa wanatafutia mabibi zao watoto wao spouses. Na hizo ndoa zilikuwa zinakaa
survive.
Watu wanakuja mpaka unaona wazee like ukiangalia most old couples. Yani walikuwa wakalea watoto wakapitia hizo challenges, wakamaliza hizo challenges, wakafika mahali pa storming out, wakastorm anaenda wiki anarudi, mama anabebaka anaenda wiki mwezi moja anarudi. Sasa wamefika mahali watoto hata wameenda, sasa wamebaki the way they started. Ukienda kwa nyumba ya that couple you'd be shocked. Mzee akienda sitting room, mama anamfuata. Mama akienda kitchen, mzee anamfuata. Yani wamefika ni kama there is that kuna kamarade fulani yenye haiko kwa young couples. Hata mama akienda chama, unajua sawa mama ni wale wa chama na makanisa ya nini. Mzee amekaa tu kwa gate. Amengoja atarudi leo. Huyu leo kwani ibada ilikuwa ifike saa ngapi? Sasa akimwona tu unaona ana brighten up. So unaona that is love that has been cultivated and companionship.
But someone can say you maybe ni mazoea, you are just used to someone, or the addiction, the money.
But you are not getting used to a brother. That is why he need to andoa. You stay with your brother. For example, wewe umekaa na dada yako na ndugu yako for 25 years.
Yeah.
Hakuna siku mtafika mahali tu ushindo kusema huyu atakuja. Kwanza akienda is a relief. Huyu hata anipe space. Maybe anavaa mashati zako, anavaa nini, unajua watu ni tofauti. But inafika mahali unaona hata nini sasa anataka tu kuvaa nguo ya mzee. Ama kama mzee ameenda safari mahali, ana feel tu avae nini yake ndio afeel.
By then nilikuwa nasikia kuna hizo vitu eti hata mtu anataka tu kunusa sweat.
That is sometimes just to happen, especially during pregnancies.
Okay.
I think it's the hormones riding riot in the nini. So ndio nasema there are those people who are really advocate for love as the principle. But when you put love alone without any support, any anchor, it cannot survive on its own. It must just be, the cake must be there for the icing to come on. But you cannot just put the icing on a flat, it melt away. And
now the cake ndio sasa zile
those
aspects,
ingredients, that elements of a marriage.
For instance, sasa maybe let's say
Yes, the financial stability.
Okay, yeah, those ones now.
The companionship.
Maybe religion, tradition,
vitu kama
mtu si ndio?
Good parenthood. Sababu unaweza penda mtu but the way ana relate na watoto one tu
huyu hata hawezi make a good mom.
There is a friend of mine who was telling me that alikuwa na anamependa mwanamume sana. So wakaambiana wakutane. So they just met in a hotel, wakaanza kuongea. The first thing that huyu mwanamume alianza ni yani mimi tu kama hata natembea tu anaongea hizo vitu, lakini mimi baba wa Roma, huyo ni mtu wangu, hata wafanye nini hata. So because of diversity in yani hiyo nini iliishia hapo. Yani hata alikuwa anangoja soda itaisha kwa glasi saa ngapi. And so there are some other things pia, they are very important. Some political inclinations and the ways you know politics iko something called psychophancy. You cannot survive like in politics without being a sycophant. Na some psychophancy, it can break a marriage.
Of course.
Ni kama football. And tunaona wakati hizo ninaanza wanaume wakiandika list of do's and don'ts. Usichukue remote, usifanye nini, usifanye nini. Some marriages break because of it's like because we started by saying love for football is love. Love for a woman is love. So anaweza kuambia you have to choose between the two loves. Which one is your priority? Kama ni mpira.
Na in fact sasa niliona mwingine alikuwa anasema, nadhani huyu pia alikuwa anafanya tu story ya challenges zenye ampitia kwa marriage yake. She was a woman and she was saying aliteseka sana kwa marriage yake juu every time the husband was a Manchester United fan. So every time Man U ilikuwa inapigwa, yeye pia alikuwa anapitia kichapo.
So
inaongelea mambo ya love sasa. Unaona huyu naye ni kama alikuwa so much
Manchester United. Unajua hiyo ndio sasa obsession.
Yenye mpaka hata ina ruin mood yake and
ina spoil everything. Sasa huyu mama anatakana tu make sure siku ya manini ikicheza yeye hayuko. Maybe aende kwake ama kwao.
Na tena hapo maybe shida tena itakuwa zaidi wa kuongezea hata makosa mengine. Ndio mambo iko mbaya. And so to young couples, to those who are eyeing or wenye wako in that journey of getting married, what now sasa ndio unaweza ukawaambia the final thing, advice ni nini unaweza kuambia they were dwell so much in what ama what are the aspects zenye wanafaa waangalie sana before getting into marriage?
Unajua when you are planning to get married, first you must be friends with this person you are planning to get married to. After developing your friendship, grow your love. Let it like love is not a pop on off. It needs to be nurtured. Love is like a child, it's like a person. It has to grow through stages. So usiende like ndio umesikia tu kuna language of love.
Yeah.
Kuna different language, people talk different languages. Yani kila mtu akona, ni kama tu we have diverse in languages, people exhibit their love
different ways. Yeah.
Kuna yule anashinda anakuambia Dani nakupenda.
Words of affirmation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Na kuna yule hakwambii nakupenda, lakini tu akifanya vitu hata yule mtu amesimama mama anapendwa.
Matendo tu.
Matendo tu.
My directors yeye pia ni yao matendo. Watu wa actions.
Yani kama bibi yako kwa nyumba hata hawezi tulia. Lazima tu afike kwa yani
hata wamebarikiwa.
Sasa unaona sasa mtu kama huyo hata akikuwa mahali ni kama ako na internal clock.
Yeah.
Time ikifika tu hii ni masaa ya mama. Hii ni masaa ya mzee, siwezi endelea kukaa kwa chama.
And in fact yesterday, let me just tell you something about my director. He inspires me a lot, by the way.
Yes.
So to just confirm that enyewe kuna watu wa actions.
Matendo.
Him, for instance, yesterday, he went ahead and bought a garlic. Unaona tu kama na niyo moja tu, but Ariel alikuwa anasema to this I should take this to my family. You see?
Labda hata ajui vile inatumika.
Wacha tuwapeleke mama leo aone kwa sijaingia kwa nyumba bure, at least nimeleta.
And you know that talks a lot. By the way they say it's not the amount, it's the thought.
Yeah, that.
Na ndio naona saa zingine wanasema gifts of love don't need to be atumenunuliwa nyumba ama gari. Nilikuwa na a pastor when I was in Nairobi, there was a pastor. Huyu pastor alikuwa anasema yeye alikuwa amezaa watoto pamoja. Like 5 wamefuatana. So you know when you become a parent you will know those two small lads in the house. So akagombana na wife. Bibi hapo anamuongelesha and sasa akafikiria. Na by then they were very poor. Sasa akikuwa tu kwa njia akifikiria nitafanya nini? Akaona huyu mtu wa mayai pasua. Si wanauza smokies pia. So akanunua tu 10 smoky 3. Remember kuna tutoto unajua tu nini? So akaenda kwa nyumba akaambia watoto look here. Hizi smokini za mama. Mtu asiguze. So akaweka vizuri kwa sahani na akaziweka. But you know the kids are small, yani they just want to eat. So mmoja akaenda akaambia mom, dadi amekununulia smoky. Yani anataka the mother akuja akule ndio at least so the wife kukuja yani kuona the thought. In the house full of young kids lakini ni yangu.
Yako
Na amezinga tu mama akule mtu she just burst out laughing and that is how. So sometimes you know there are very small things that matter but some people do not know. They don't know the kind of buttons to press. And you know there's no marriage that is perfect. And all marriages are unique. So usiwezi kuja kwako nione vile unafanya kwako, usione kwa director akipeleka kitunguu, wewe kesho pemba saumu peleke kwa nyumba utarushiwa nje. So kila mtu anajua. I used to stay with another couple. The man was a KDF and the woman was a police officer. So huyu KDF unajua most of the time KDF wako nje. So the time the KDF is there, huyu mama ataenda aoge, alafu achukue kiti aweke pale nje. Amejifunga leso vizuri. Sasa mzee amechukua walikuwa na hii nini ya pedicure. Amekaa tu hapo nje anamtengeneza makucha. You know tu mama wa plot.
Mapenzi.
But sasa wewe uwezi beba hiyo waambie
mzee waka miguu. Utafungwa hata.
So that is why nasema marriages are dynamic. Every marriage is unique. And uwezi sema what worked in this marriage will work for you. And the way we said love alone. Tusijidanganye, it is not enough. Because wakati watoto wanaanza kwenda shule. That is when you will know that love peke yake cannot pay school fees. But love can make it easy. Hata hiyo fees kama mnatafuta na upendo. Si mama akuja aseme nimeacha huyo mtoto kwa nyumba na wacha nimrudi jioni nimpate. But mzee hana pesa. But wakati kuna love utasema sasa mtoto amefukuzwa shule, what do we do? Wewe uko na ngapi? Mimi nitafute ngapi? Ama unaweza tafuta rafiki yako. There is a a cousin of mine alikuwa ananiambia at one thing she just remember, and you know these things we do in a marriage zina affect children when they grow up, and even how they hold their marriages. It becomes a very important aspect in their lives. So anasema kuna wakati the father was polygamous na alikuwa na a lot of kahawa, he was a farmer. So unajua factory wanalipwa asatatan, so huyu mzee akalipwa, but sasa hiyo kahawa alikuwa amelipwa ilikuwa kwa huyu mama, but huyu mama hakuwa na watoto wako high school. So it is now the co-wife ndiye ako na watoto wako high school. So huyu mzee akilipwa hii kahawa, hii pesa aenda alipwe fees. But unajua ile nini ya co-wife, ile ya polygamy, kuna kale ka competition na wivu. So huyu mama akaona hii pesa itaenda kusomesha watoto wa huyo, akakuja akapata huyu mzee kwa nyumba, ametoka kwa kahawa. So this cousin anasema kalikuwa kadogo tu, around 10. Sasa ati mama akauliza mzee ati ile pesa ya kahawa iko wapi? Mzee akasema iko tu, ati nitaenda kesho kulipia watoto shule. Kamwambia ninatoka naenda nje kukamua. Nikirudi nipate hiyo pesa kwa meza, na nisipoirudi nisipoipata nitaanguka tu chini nipasuke mara mbili na utaambia watu wetu nini ilifanya nipasuke. That is the only thing that girl remembers. And she thinks the mother was really unfair to the father. So unaona huyo tu akachukua pesa akaweka. Sasa mtu wa wenyewe akipasuka utaeleza nini? But it tells you something. So huyu haoni kama angekuwa anapenda huyu mzee, angejua huyu mzee akilipa fees atakuwa na peace of mind, na kwa hivyo he will be able to love me even better. So you ask yourself, was there love? Or if there is love, hii love ni aina gani?
To what extent?
To what extent? How far are people willing to go to sacrifice to give people love? Unaona sasa? So it is really maneno ya mapenzi iko na maneno mingi.
Yes. But so we can openly or without wasiwasi we can affirm to our viewers that love is not enough.
No.
We need something else to complement love.
You cannot fill just your basket with love and take a trip to a marriage. No. There must be a cocktail of things that will make that marriage. But love is paramount.
Love is paramount.
It's paramount.
Okay. So yes guys, what do you think? To me, I think it is a very healthy conversation, and I love this kind of conversations. You know, kitambo I'm just told that they used to be senges, aunt, sister to our fathers. Wao nadhani role yao ilikuwa mostly ku enlighten
to prepare the young girls for marriage life.
Just girls or even the boys?
You know, senge most of the time, yes, even the boys, but most of the time, you know, most of the time the role of preparing people for marriage was more or less done to the girls, but the boys were being prepared by the fathers. But the senge would only come in to give that advice.
Yes, and I feel so much comfortable with whatever you have just told me today. I have enjoyed the conversation, and I'm sure to our viewers, to you out there who requested me to have this conversation, I think you are now comfortable. I think umepata whatever you are asking for. And yes, nadhani by the time nafika hiyo time ya kukua married, I think I'll be ready with
your
the help.
Basket.
With your help, and of course with the help of my director.
To you, he's a success story.
He is a success story. And by the one of these fine days, I might be tempted to host him. So that akuja to
before the camera now.
Before the camera now. Atuambie siri ya kupeleka kitunguu ni nini and all those stuffs. But yes, guys, this is Culture Hub TV, and of course this is Speakers Corner podcast. I think we should call it a wrap. Unless you have something else to...
No. I can only say love is dynamic, love is unique. Don't go to your neighbors and carry what is there to your home. It will not work. And let nobody... Na watu waache kusema story ya ni God.
Watu waambie zile.
Marriage and love needs investment. It is actually an investment. You cannot reap where you have not sown. Same applies to love.
So guys, yes, goodbye. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to our page. Of course, you know the importance of liking our videos is so that YouTube can recommend this video to many others who haven't watched yet, and they need this kind of conversations or this kind of words to maybe pia wa grow in their own ways ama pia wajifunze. I am your host, Presenter Dante. Until next time, goodbye.